Hi YouTube, welcome back to Wtf Rc Cars. So, carrying on with the videos for the new Flysky FS R4D ESC, and I have found that the DumboRC LED kits seem to work really well with this type of light controller, ESC and receiver. So, let's bring you in for a close-up look and I'll run you through some of the settings and what you can actually do with these, because it's more than just a light kit that just goes on and off. So let's get you in for a close-up look and see how we get on. So first off, how do we connect these up? So if we look on the actual receiver itself, you've got plus on one side, minus on the other, and that's for all these connections. So if we then look on the actual side of it, so the top one, number 6, says top lights. So if we choose some lights we want on the top, they're going to be the blue ones. So you want your black wire to the outside. Then as next one down is going to be whatever lights you want as the flashing lights. So we'll have the next one in that. Then you've got your tail lights. So for this one I'm going to use the red set. Then we've got the headlights, so I'm going to use another set of the white ones for this. And then you've got your left hand turn signal or indicator and the right hand side one. So this will depend on whether you've got your servo reversed or not. If you have your servo reversed, just switch these over, but number 1's left, number 2's right. So once we've got all them plugged in, we've already shown in the other video how to bind it up. I'm just going to plug in a steering servo so you can see what the steering's up to as we go through this. So if we turn on as receiver first, then turn on as transmitter, after a few seconds it'll connect up. So if we look at a steering, when you turn one way then the other, you actually get the indicators come on. And the stock setting on this is that it's basically got your headlights, the top lights and the reverse lights are just in a steady glow state. So if we go 3 turns to the left, it'll change the state that we've got as lights in. And every time you do 3 turns, it alters what state the top lights are in. So you can have them constantly on. You can have them flashing. Or you can have them off. If you go to the right, this will change what the lights connected to the flashing port does. So 3 turns to the left, control your top lights. 3 turns to the right, control your flashing lights. Then we have different options of controlling the whole light set. So you have a 2-channel mode and a 4-channel mode. So let's just connect up a motor so you can see what happens. So in the mode that it's in now, press forward, nothing changes. But if you press brake or reverse, your tail lights will get brighter. So whenever you brake or reverse, your tail lights get brighter on that one. So to alter the working mode of this between 2 and 4 channel, basically turn the ESC off, turn the steering fully clockwise, then power it on. So if you turn it on in this mode, 2 turns will turn your tail lights and your headlights off. This puts it in sports mode, so throttle turns the headlights on, braking or reverse turns the tail lights. 2 more turns and you've got it back on. Two turns again, puts it into sports mode. If you turn clockwise twice, you'll get your hazard lights. Clockwise again, turns them off. And then same as the other mode, I believe, 3 turns should control the top lights. And then 3 turns the opposite way should control the flashing set of lights. So you see, you can change your modes. So if we turn this off, turn it all the way to right again, turn it on. So this should now be in multiple channel mode. So we're going to need to go on the transmitter. We're going to have to go down to auxiliary channels. We're going to turn these on. So let's have a look. So SW3 we're going to want to set. And then channel 4. So if we go into channel 4, this is set to switch. So we can now press the button on the actual handle to turn his hazard lights on and off. Then our switch underneath the controller, 3-position switch. So we've got lights off on the fully back position. Middle position puts us lights on. So in this mode, you've now got the switch on the controller. Alt way back will turn your lights off. So they'll then work in like sports mode if you like. The mid position turns your lights on. Forward does exactly the same. Then if you press the button on the grip, you've got your hazard lights. If you tap it twice, it'll change your lighting mode. So all lights glowing, all lights flashing, or back to normal operation. Just press it once, turn your hazards on and off. So if you switch the switch alt way back, double tap, and you can have your sport mode. Double tap, turn them off altogether. So basically, by changing the position of the switch from all the way back to center, and then double tapping on this on the actual button on the grip, you can change what mode you're in. So you can scroll through to have them off completely, or the sports mode where they just work when you pull throttle. And then you can also cycle through all the modes when you switch it to the mid position to put your lights back on. And then you should still be able to do your 3 turns left and right to control what the other lights do, your top lights and your flashing lights. So it is a little complicated, but once you get used to it, you can basically play around, have it set up however you like to have hazard lights. You can have your lights on, you can switch it and have your lights so they only work off at throttle. So this way you just have brake lights and no headlights. Tap it again, headlights and brake lights. tap it again, no lights whatsoever, and then one press. If you move the switch back into the center position so they're back on, you've then got the double tap and it'll change through flashing modes, or you can have hazard lights or headlights, brake lights, then multiple turns on the wheel either direction, and you can change what your top lights and your flashing lights do. But hopefully that gives you some idea of what you can actually do with this lighting kit, and some idea of how to set it up and control it. But let's wrap this one up. So there you have it, the FS R4D ESC receiver light controller, an ESC all in one. And there's a whole lot of options that you can use just for the lighting itself. It will work in 2-channel mode if you want to use channels 3 and 4 to control other things on your RC. Or you can also have channels 3 and 4 giving you more in-depth control over what the lights do. But lovely little piece of kit. The DumboRC LEDs power off it perfectly fine, and no adapting the plugs or anything, so I will leave a link to these in the description below. I've used these on a few RCs. But yeah, hopefully that helps you setting up your light controls on it. But thanks again for watching Wtf Rc Cars. If you like this kind of content, don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, share to friends and family, and catch you guys again in the next one.